This is a video tutorial for the usage of the FMT system for data collection by data entry clerks. Before attempting the steps included in this tutorial, ensure you have the following items. 1. A laptop installed with FMT during training or by any member of the FAO IT staff. The same laptop installed with the Mozilla Firefox browser. 3. Ensure you uninstall all add-ons for Firefox like Internet Download Manager that may interfere with the working of the FMT. To access FMT, open up your Firefox browser and type in localhost/fmt at the address bar as indicated. Remember, you do not require an internet connection to use FMT. After opening FMT, you should see a login screen as the one shown. If you do not see this login screen, please contact FAO IT support with the details of the error you are facing. Each data entry clerk is provided with a username and password to log into the FMT system. This username and password enables FAO to uniquely identify who did the data entry. Type in the provided credentials respectively and click login. Mine are already typed and saved, and click login. If you do not have the credentials for logging in to your FMT system, please contact FAO IT. Once you successfully log in, you should see a list of forms displayed. You will be able to view only the forms relevant to you. Check the form titles to ensure that this is the case. On this screen, you will need to take note of 3 aspects. 1. The count of records displayed next to each form. The available actions for each form, such as enter data and refresh data. And the green import forms button at the top right. To import forms. If forms are modified or changes need to be made to them after you already have them in the system, they will be sent as a zip file from the FAO office via email. You will use the import forms button to import this zip file so as to reflect the necessary changes to your system. Click on the import forms button. A new page will load with a browse button and another import forms button. Click browse to locate the zip file you received from FAO on your computer. You should have downloaded it from an email attachment and placed it on the desktop or another convenient location. After selecting it, the file name should be indicated in the text box next to the browse button as indicated. If the name is there, click on the import forms button below and wait for the process to complete. It should take roughly 30 seconds and a green success message will appear to indicate that the import was successful, and that will mean that the changes required have been reflected in your system. If you get an error message instead of a success message, please inform FAO. If the process takes longer than 5 minutes without a success message, please inform FAO. Navigate back to the forms listing by clicking the My Forms link at the top left, as so. Click on the Enter Data link that is next to the form title to enter data for that form. Your screen will dim and the message "Loading, please wait" will appear until the form is completely loaded. Once the form is loaded as shown, proceed with data entry. A few points to note before you start data entry are 1. Mandatory questions. Questions with a red border around them cannot be left blank or empty. Ensure you fill them in. Different question types. There are different question types or field types in FMT to ease your data entry. Short text. This is a regular text field that allows you to type in data, such as a person's name. For example, the name of the numerator. Numeric. This is a regular text field that allows only numeric values, numbers, to be entered, e.g. age. You will see a 1, 2, 3 indicated next to the field to know that that is a numeric field. Date. This is a field that allows you to select a date from a calendar. Select list. This is a list, is a field that contains a drop-down menu with predetermined options that you can only select only one from. A multi-select list. This is similar to a select list, but you can select more than one option. For this form, we do not have any of that. A chained select list. This also referred to as a linked list. They are a group of fields that rely on each other, such as region, district, and village. If I select a particular region from the list, I will only be able to see districts that belong to that region. And if I select a particular district, I will be able to see only villages that belong to that district, as indicated. Then the last type of question is a tabular question. They contain the same question types as discussed, but they are arranged in rows and columns. Carefully read the column and row title of the tabular question while transferring or entering data. I shall now populate the rest of the field with random entries. As shown. At the bottom of the page, you will see three buttons: save, save and add new, and cancel. The save button allows you to save data you have entered and loads an empty form once more for a new data entry. The save and add new button acts in the same way as the save button, but it retains the content of the details section, which is usually the first section, so that you do not have to type it in again. I'm now saving and adding new. As you can see, the details section has been retained for data entry. For both these buttons, a green success message will appear at the top of the form to inform you that the data has been successfully saved. If there is a red message, it means that there is some incorrect data. Follow the instructions in the error message to make the corrections and then try again. The cancel button discards the data you have entered. Use this with care. Data has been discarded. Now, how to modify data? Click on the My Forms link to return back to the list of forms. As you can see, the number of completed records has changed to 2. This indicates that you have entered 2 data entries into your system. To modify these records, click on the Tables link and wait for the tables to load. You will see a listing of the records you have entered. the one you want to modify by filtering or searching for it using the controls within the light blue box. For example, to filter by region, I will hover over the region column in the tables and click the downward facing arrow. From here I have many other options to manipulate the view of data. For example, I can add more columns to view or change the sort order from here. However, let us apply filters. To do so, hover over the filters option and select for the desired region to filter by. After that, click on the apply filters button at the top right of the blue box. The filters will be applied and you'll only see the data that fits the filtered criteria. To edit data, click on the edit link adjacent to the desired record to make changes to it. A new tab will open and you will see the data as you entered it. Might take a while to load because of the largeness of the form. Make the necessary change and hit the submit button at the bottom of the screen. You will see a success message similar to before that lets you know that the data has been successfully updated. This is the success message. Now, how to delete data? Navigate to the tables again by clicking the tables link on the My Forms page. Apply the filters as desired. You can clear filters to remove the previous filters using the buttons at the top of the blue rectangle. Apply the filters as desired. So for example, delete the record you want to delete by clicking the delete response link next to the record. If you are unable to locate the data that you filter for and you're sure you entered it, click the refresh data link on the My Forms page and try again. As you can see, the record we deleted in the previous exercise has disappeared from view. Now, how to export data. Depending on how frequently you are requested to send data to FAO, you will be required to export data from FMT. This will be done using the green Export Data button at the top right of the screen. Note that this button only appears when you have entered data and not before. Clicking on the button will open a new tab. Be patient as the data is compressed and provided for you. It will be provided as a zip file download. Save the file to disk in a secure location and send that file to FAO. Once it's done, you will be returned to the My Form screen and you will see that the count of exported records has gone to 1 to indicate that is the end of the tutorial.